Good morning. You might recognize where I am. I'm at Yesteryear Antique Center in Hanover, Pennsylvania. You might be asking yourself, what am I doing here? I'm supposed to be on a road trip. Well, I was a little discouraged after my last day out shopping in Pennsylvania. So I'm at it again. This is definitely going to be my last trip. I'm leaving in just a few short days. Of course, it hasn't been that long since I've been here. I just did my live shop along here on Whatnot a few days ago. I guess it was like 4 or 5 days. I guess it's been long enough. Hopefully it's been long enough. But I'm going to tell you this. It's been a long time since I've been able to just like kick back and enjoy and relax while shopping at Yesteryear, because the past couple times I've been here, it's been very chaotic, to say the least, during my lives. So I'm gonna go to a few places today, and I have one last sale to fill before I hit the road. I've been trying to preload everything for the shows that I'm doing while I'm driving across the country, because taking photos and listing and doing all that while shipping, whatnotting, shopping, driving across the country, it's one too many things. So let's go in and see what we can find. Now I also have a few spots to fill for my monthly live sale I do with Yvonne and Kathy on Yvonne Thrifty Riches channel. We do that once a month. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this little flock deer. This is only $3 and it's in really good shape. It's a cute little miniature size. These usually sell pretty well. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been able to cover all of the booths. Look at this little owl milk glass toothpick holder. That's $8. That's kind of nice. Owls usually sell pretty well too. I might pick that up. This kind of caught my eye too. That's kind of interesting. It's got fish on it. Decorated brass container. That's neat. I don't want to get too weird. I am thinking a lot about size and weight, since this stuff is probably going to end up going all the way to New Mexico with me. I say probably because I'm like, I really hope I make it that far. Oh my gosh, I love this stuffed rabbit. There was a time where I definitely would have paid $22 for these, even with its condition. I just feel like they haven't been selling for me as well as they used to. Very cute though. I'm partial to the pink and red eyes. This is a really interesting brooch. This cat with clocks hanging from it. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I kind of like it though. It's only $9. I just knocked my head into the glass. Oh my gosh, I love these cases so much. Well, the first thing I'm definitely gonna pick up is the bunny head vase in here. I've only had that one once before. That's fantastic. That one's 15 and 30%. The lighter also strikes my fancy. That's really neat. I love this risque ashtray. It's double-sided. 24 and 30%. I might take a look at that. That might be a little close. Like, it's about $18. It's a little close for me. Lots of cute stuff. The dice are very neat. Chrome, again at 25. Let's see what else we got in here. Here's another lighter. That's really neat. Ronson. That's a really good maker too. I see a little religious cross made in Italy. It looks like that's at $7. I'll probably pick that up. I'm kind of into these peppermint candy container things. And then I'm also noticing this furry rabbit thing. Those are made in Japan. Honestly though, they fall apart pretty easily, which makes me nervous. And oh my gosh, look what they've done. They've added celluloid bangles. We're gonna have to get in there. And I love the little mice. The one-eyed cat figurine thing back there is pretty neat. I have a feeling we're gonna grab a bunch of stuff. This is very cool. The Dick Clark new old stock. I think I'm gonna grab those. Those are just really unique. And look, there's a hand. Somebody had asked for a hand. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna clean them out again. Love the wall pocket. Oh my gosh, that's such a fantastic large size. That's at 17. More spaghetti poodles. Those look like they're at 25. I'll pick those up if that's what the price says. I don't know if I'm making that up. Gosh, there's so much fun stuff in here. I'm just doing another little scan of everything. The little Christmas girl. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm gonna get in both these cases. Let me look at the other side too. Aha! We're gonna get the lamb. That one's also at 15. And we're gonna check out the wall pocket with the bird on it. That's pretty neat. Man, they have such great stuff. Look, there's another parrot one. Ooh, and I really like the dragon vase. That would be $7 after the discount. I love the texture on that. Royal Copley. Those are a little bit more common. I've had it before. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at the 1950s flower girl. Oh, this is exciting. We're gonna get that for sure. That's a really hard one to find. I do want to inspect her flowers though. It looks like it's all there. A lot of the times, most of those flowers are chipped off. Well, this is their last case. This, I have never seen before. It's $14. I'm not even gonna stop and Google it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it and Google it when I get home, because that's got a really interesting look. And again, it's at 30% off. This paperweight is very neat too. I really like the shape of that. I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of slanted and it's got this really cool orange bubble in it. That's at 30 and 30% off, so what, like 20 something? Oh my gosh, and a cute little dog basket. Oh, they're gonna be like, Kate, we literally just restocked all this stuff. Look at this paperweight. Vintage Mutt and Jeff cartoon paperweight. Whoa, that's really interesting. That's at $50 and 30%. I've never seen anything like it though, so I actually might Google that. And this piece also catches my attention. This is beautifully framed. That's at 22 and 30%. Yeah, we're gonna do some damage in here. What is that? Oh my gosh, that's at $69. This vintage risque medical patch. That is very neat. That would be a keeper thing for me if I were to indulge. There's so much unique stuff in here. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna Google Mutt and Jeff paperweight and then get the key. So as you guys probably know, I'm not much of an eBay person. I was unable to find anything like this in the internet. I mean, I didn't look too hard because of course I'm not trying to sit here all day Googling, but my gut is telling me that that's worth more than $35. I might take a look at that. It's not really my thing, but there's something about it that I just can't let go of. And that's something that I would definitely put on eBay, because I feel like eBay has a big comic stance. Look at this turtle. Oh my gosh. That's so cool. I'm gonna get that too. All right, keys. So I've been kind of cleaning this case out, I'm not gonna lie, but this is not exactly what I thought it was. It's way cooler. This is 1981, and it was turned around. It's actually an owl. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a shot. I can't lie, I've gone kind of rogue. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. I've just been grabbing stuff. The one thing that I saw back there is that lucite jointed girl pin. That's at $29, which is super cheap. Those usually go for 3 digits. But when I picked it up, it was missing one of its beads, and it also had a chip in the hat. So I'm a little on the fence about spending $30 on it, even though if it was for me, I wouldn't think twice. Just needs a little extra je ne sais quoi, I think, if I was to keep it, and a little less chip if I was to sell it. I should also mention that I got a little out of hand, and I did buy the paperweight. It came to $35. We kind of all agreed that, I was with the staff, and we kind of all agreed we'd never seen anything like it before. I felt like it was a safe bet, so I've definitely broke the bank. I stopped keeping track when I hit, like, I think I hit like 200 and I hit track. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. But oh my gosh, I just realized this is a new booth. This wasn't even here a few days ago. What are you guys doing to me? Hey, New spot over here. I'm trying to get ready for my trip. I've been packing, I've been organizing boxes, I've been doing all my listings for whatnot. Of course, you know I like to preload my shows, especially right now because I plan on shipping from the road. I plan on selling from the road, doing the lives, doing video, shopping. It's going to be a lot. So the last thing I want to do is set up a photo booth last minute and take pictures of stuff. So with that being said, in today's video, don't worry, it's not over. There's way more shopping at Yesteryear in the next day, 2 days actually. I ended up going a little off the wall there, but I did want to show you what I actually got in those cases. This is just going to be a quick sneak peek because honestly, I'm overwhelmed right now. It takes a lot to get me there, but I'm there. So I just want to quickly show off what actually got pulled out of the cases. Of course, the first thing, I was not leaving this behind. I believe this was $22 and 30% off. It is absolutely a gorgeous piece. And it also looks a lot like the one behind me. I'm trying to, yeah, there you go. That is, that hanging up there is a piece I picked out for myself at Antique Marketplace of Lemoyne. I will probably never sell it, but this one can be shipped to you. This will be on Whatnot. I also picked up this really unique vintage photograph of this girl holding the doll. I just really liked the look of it. I do believe this was $9 and 30%. I could have just made that up. Next up, I got this dragon vase. Now, it is Gold Castle, made in Japan, and it's got the textured paint that I love so much. Reminds me of puff paint. I did have one of these kind of similar. It was like miniature. It was green. It had some sugar texture. Honestly, it didn't sell as well as I thought it would, but I really liked this, and it was only $7 after the discount. One thing that people ask me for all the time is vintage religious items. Now, I know I paid up a little bit for this. I think it was even like $14 or $15 after the discount. I don't even know if the light is picking up how detailed this is. It is made in Jerusalem. I just couldn't resist. It had a really, really intricate woodworking around it. And like I said, it just looked way more intricate than a lot of the ones I see. I couldn't resist, especially after how many I've left behind. So in my last hurrah before I left on my trip at Yesteryear, I did go ahead and pick this one up. This is all from the same vendor, mind you. I love the cases. This little turtle, it's a little nodder. It's plastic and it's made in West Germany. No, it just says Germany, actually. Interesting. This is very cool. Yeah, so this little plastic, I know this was $5, I think, and 30% off. I had to grab it. It was so cool. One thing that people asked me for during the live shop along that honestly, I don't think we found a single one were metal enamel flower brooches. Now, this one in particular, this one, I love the pink rhinestone in the middle. It is marked on the back. I believe it says Caro. My eyes are just no good. I should invest in the magnifying glass. They're like $4 on Amazon. I did pick this up. It was in the 30% off cases. I don't remember how much it was. I do remember it was very well priced. I also picked up these bracelets were another thing that people were asking me for. Now, I bought them this as a single and this as a pair. Of course, it comes with this metal one and then also this really, really old celluloid one, which is amazing. It is missing the pins in it though, which I didn't really think about when I got it. I just was kind of in love with its Victorian look. And this one did have the pins in it. Like, look at this. How cool is this? This is how you open. You literally take the nail out. It's super hard to do with my nails. It's so neat. It's really, really old. The only thing is, it says made in India. The only thing is that there was a crack in it. I didn't really notice. Yeah, there it is. But again, I think this was $4 and 30% off. I still think it's a super neat piece, even if it's just for display. Really, really different. I had actually never seen this set before. And what's even more interesting about it is that they were made in Japan. They are metal rosebud salt and pepper shakers, and they were only a few dollars. I told myself I wasn't going to buy heavy items. Unfortunately, I bought a few. But I might throw this in my live sale with Yvonne and Kathy tonight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to drive around with this. It's cast metal. It's kind of the Art Nouveau style. It's a really pretty frame. I know I paid up for it a little bit. I want to say it was like $17 or something after the discount. Definitely wasn't cheap, but it was well priced. I've sold these before. Yeah, pewter. It is pewter. It's marked. Really neat. I love the style of the lady, especially that it's 3D. And it's been a long time since I've had one of these. Honestly, I've sold them anywhere from 30 to, well, some of the older brass ones, upwards of $75. But this is not the same, but still very neat. You guys, I have just been talking and realized that my camera was not running. So let's try this again. I did 2 items and it took a while because I had a lot to say about them. So let's say it again. So another one of the items that I don't necessarily want to take with me on the road. I'm a little nervous about it. I've been trying to make out what exactly it says. I did realize while I was talking to myself just now that I've been reading this wrong. And I do believe, I thought it said 1986, but I do believe this is 1966. Now, when this glass paperweight, obviously glass is not really my thing, but this is neat. So, and I paid up for it. It was $30 and 30% off, so I paid $21 for it. But it was originally sitting in the case kind of like this, and I couldn't tell what it was. I mean, obviously, I knew it was a glass paperweight, but I just saw this really unique shape, and I loved the orange bubble inside. That was also a really weird shape. And then when they opened the case, turned it around and bam, alas, it was an owl. I've been kind of searching for it. I haven't been searching as hard. Of course, every time I look at it, I realize it's something. I make out another letter. Maybe that says Hong Kong. No, that's not what it. So it's very cool. It does have a label. It's got some wear on it. I couldn't resist. Now, the other thing I did pay up for, and I was saying that I sometimes, if I feel like I have something and I know what to call it, but I don't really know its value, I'll start it on eBay as an auction for like 5 days or whatever. I can't stand 7 days. I feel like I always forget or lose my luster for something after 7 days. I feel like 5 days is key. 3 is too long. 3 is too short. 7 is too long. 5 seems to be just right. However, I paid up for this. It was $50 and 30%, so I paid $35 for it. My gut wouldn't let it go. I'd never seen anything like it. And normally when I would pay that much for something, the next day I would be like, why did I buy this? I'd spent so much money on it. However, this I have no regrets over. It's this really unique Mutt and Jeff art glass paperweight. I've never seen one like it. I still haven't done a second round of Googling. I did a first initial, look at how cool this is. First initial Googling on, when I was at the store, and I didn't really see anything, but I know that Mutt and Jeff is pretty old, pretty collectible, and kind of hard to find. And it's in this wild glass. I mean, this is very cool. I'm not remorseful for picking this up. So I think what I'm going to do is after I clear off my dining room table, which is just now an extended desk, I'm going to take photos of it and list it on eBay and see kind of how much traction it gets. Since I paid $35 for it, I'm obviously, and it's so unique, I'm not going to give it away cheap. I was thinking of starting it at like $69.95 as a 5-day auction and see how much attention it got. So neat. It is kind of a niche though at the end of the day. Alas, another glass paperweight. I don't regret buying this either. I do believe this came out to $10 after the discount. Speaking of religious items, how cool is it? I would normally stray away from a lot of clear. However, this paperweight with the Mary in it was obviously irresistible for $10. Now, this one I'm really into. I only paid $9.10. I might butcher the pronunciation. I believe it's Vanes, Vans. Vannes crystal, made in France. This poodle, I do believe they sell between $30 and $39. I paid $9 for it, like I said, and 10 cents. I can't forget. Couldn't resist a crystal poodle. For not being a glass person, I sure picked up a lot of glass. This was very neat. It's purple amethyst. I do believe I paid like $10, $11 for it, $11. I just really was attracted to the shape, and I feel like I don't usually see purple stuff like this a lot. And it was said like mushroom, but it is got an opening there. That would be cool with a succulent. Just really unique. I have no buyer's remorse. Here's something that I normally wouldn't pick up, but for some reason just couldn't resist. This little cast iron whale. It was only a few dollars. Love the eye on that. Love the little owl toothpick holder. This is also made in Japan. Super fun. Again, it was only a few bucks. This is a fun set of salt and pepper shakers that I have not had in quite some time. I love the lady bust. They are plastic, mid-century, super fun. And I think these were, I think I paid $9 for these, honestly, which is a really good deal. These usually sell pretty well. I want to say my last pair sold for maybe 21, between 19 and 23. I know that much. Personally, I'm kind of a sucker for a kind of ormolu beveled glass jewelry box. This one, I do believe it was like $11 or something after the discount. I might have made that up. I don't want to go and get my receipt. It's right there, but I'm just kind of like, frazzled, as I said. So it was in really good shape. I love the size of it. So I decided to go ahead and scoop it up. I also picked up a couple wall pockets from the case. I think in the back of my head, I had envy of that wild hanging parrot one that sold on my live shop along whatnot at yesteryear. But I did pick this one up. This one, I do believe it came out to $10 after the discount. Just kind of fantastic. I love the 3D. And again, it is made in Japan. This one, I couldn't resist because it's huge and it's hand painted. I love the colors on it and the butterfly. Absolutely fabulous. I want to say this one was like $11 or something after the discount. So fantastic. So vivid. Now, I do want to say, even though I've really kind of broadened my horizons, I have had an interest in other things than Kitsch for a long time, mind you. But there was Kitsch. Don't worry. It's just been like kind of, I feel like it's been getting harder to find Kitsch for me. Or maybe I'm just saying that, but it hasn't actually been that long. Ooh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. I'm excited to talk about this. Look at this flower girl. She was $19 and 30% off. Now, if I'm lucky enough to find one of these, they're usually super chipped up, like a lot of the flowers or fingers are missing. She was in pristine condition. Super hard to find this one. She is made in Japan. I have had one similar sell anywhere between $35 and $42. Fantastic. I'm obsessed with her. Oh, so cool. And you know I love my planters, my kitschy planters, especially the lambs. Hold on, let me cut the string off this. I could be mistaken, but I think this one was about $10 as well after the discount, maybe 11. Oh, love the little lamb. It's so cute and in such good condition. Had to scoop it. It might have been $9 actually, somewhere around that. I mean, it does have like a little nick on the inside of the baby carriage, but the lamb itself is in pristine condition. And this is a super fun one as well. I've only had this one once. I kept looking at it like there's no way this thing isn't damaged. It is fantastic, made in Japan. This one was $15 and 30% off. Now, this next item, I think I overpaid a little bit for it, but I don't really care because I love a good pink spaghetti poodle. They are all three there. Obviously, the chain has some situations happening, but it's the one with the bonnet. So fantastic. It was $25 and 30% off, so like 20 bucks, let's say. I couldn't resist. These have been getting harder and harder to find. I don't mind if this sits because this is something, like I said, that I personally like. And you know what? There's a little bit of spaghetti trim missing at the top of her bonnet. Oh, nope. One little tail is repaired. Yeah, so I definitely overpaid for this. But you know what? It's okay. If I do a cost average, I did all right throughout the day. And at least I'll be able to get my money back. $20 I feel like is safe to invest in that. I just should have left more room. I was being a little careless, especially because something like that, I use a lot of packing material to ship it. I've only ever had one of these once. I thought it was a figurine at first. Then I realized it's a cat perfume bottle. It's absolutely fantastic. Of course, it is hand-painted, Japan. Absolutely fantastic. I think this was like $9 and 30% off. I know I had one, and I think I posted it for like $21 on Etsy or something, just because I was like, you know what? This looks really... I think I did see a comp on eBay, but there was only one. I think it sold for 21 if I'm not mistaken. This is fantastic. Really epic find. Have to be super careful with that. Just a couple more things. I couldn't resist picking these up. I did grab both of them. I thought they were so fun. Picture patches. I loved the packaging on them. Best wishes, Dick Clark. And those were $9 each and 30% off. And last, but definitely not least, I'm obsessed with this thing. Oh my gosh, I want to send a picture of this to my boyfriend. He's going to be like, what is that? It's a 1960 Aral, A-R-A-L, rubber doll. They're super hard to find. I've never seen one in real life before. Looks a lot like Blythe, if you ask me. Absolutely fantastic. I'm obsessed. This was $14 and 30% off, which is a steal. I do believe this will go anywhere between $35 and $40. So cute. So that's everything I got in the cases at yesteryear, and there's plenty more shopping through the aisles tomorrow.